Dave's behind the camera today. We're the NC Beer guys. We're here at Raleigh Brewing, and we're going to do another episode of the NC Beer Buzz. We're with John Federal today. And John, what do you do here at Raleigh Brewing Company?
I'm the head brewer here, and among other hats, we all, in small business, we all wear a lot of hats.
Okay. And Raleigh Brewing Company's been open about 5 months here in Raleigh, and we're tucked in off of Hillsborough Street. How do you generally tell people to find Raleigh Brewing?
Well, the technical address is 3709 Neal Street, but Google kind of messes with you a little bit and takes you to Elizabeth Street. Don't go to Elizabeth Street. If you're familiar with the Bean Sprout Chinese food restaurant or Meredith College or the Edible Art, which is in the Royal Palace, that's where you need to come to because that's Royal Street. So if you're going down Hillsborough Street, you take a left or right onto Royal Street, and we are on the left before you hit the railroad tracks. And you can see a huge wall that's got Raleigh Brewing Company on it.
That's great. So we're here in the tap room, and tell us about the tap room opening hours and the offerings and what your kind of mission is here in the tap room.
Sure. One big thing that drives us at Raleigh Brewing Company is community involvement. So we try and do that a lot with not only the beers that we produce, but also the types of people that we bring into the brewery. What we do in the tap room as far as taps go, we have 6 core beers that we offer, and then we have 6 other taps that we rotate in and out, and a few of them are community related. So we have our employee beer tap, which everybody that works here needs to understand the science of beer and how it works. So it's kind of a way to get them excited about it and kind of stretch their creative wings. So there's that, and then we also have our home brewer tap, which we invite local area home brewers, maybe some that have won awards or some that are really good customers. Yeah, right. I hear you two won some big stuff at NODA.
We did.
Congrats.
We did.
Can't wait to taste some of that.
Well, thank you for that. But we won't go into that here.
Sure.
We won't take up your time with that. But
oh, I hear you.
That's great. That's great.
But congratulations.
But you've got a tap for home brewers.
Yeah, we have a 15-gallon pilot system in the back. It's an all-electric Herm system, and we invite them back there and say, hey, here's the system. Let's brew beer. And then because we can't sell that beer, we actually donate 100% of the proceeds to a charity of the home brewer's choice. So it's kind of a way to involve community, local businesses, and the home brewing community.
Oh, that's great.
We also have a guest tap. Like right now, we have a Steel String on tap right now. And we just kind of rotate that out periodically with new and fresh breweries that have come out. Mm-hmm. And then the rest of the taps that are outside of our 6 core beers rotate a lot. We have a seasonal that we try and keep up with all the time, which currently is our Colonel Olds, the Belgian summer ale that we use our house Belgian yeast and lemon peel and coriander with. It's like a wit beer, only it's got a little more zest to it with no orange. Mm-hmm. And then we also have Agent Orange on right now, which is a blood orange wheat beer with copious amounts of blood oranges. So we're always trying something new and crazy. The next beer that we're probably going to brew is a Oktoberfest for the season.
Time.
Mm-hmm. So it just kind of rotates in and out like that. And our coffee porter is now a mainstay. That was a beer that we only had periodically, but now that we've teamed up with Oak City Roasters, they're doing some coffee especially for us. Uh-huh. And so we should be able to keep up with coffee porter at all times.
That's great.
And that's a tap room only thing.
Good.
For now.
So we're going to get into your personal background in a minute, but the tap room is open what kind of hours? People come in?
The tap room is open every day. We open at noon, and most days we close at 10 on Friday and Saturday, which are busier for us and more of a late night day. We stay open until midnight. Mm-hmm. And actually Sunday we do close a little early. We close at about 6 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay.
And we have food trucks here Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, so you can get something to eat. And we have dartboards, cornhole. People love our Galaga arcade game.
Great.
They turn around the corner and they're like, oh, Galaga.
That's good. So how did you come to be here, and what's your background in brewing? You've been around a while?
I've been in the industry, I've been in the home brewing industry for a while, not the professional craft brewing industry, but I was with a local homebrew store for a long time, really got into and learned a lot of home brewing techniques and brewing techniques from there, and that's where I met the Nightstits. They were customers, and they had some ideas for a business, and so we sat down and kind of hashed a lot of things out and actually expanded it past production brewery to incorporate a homebrew store, tap room, classroom. We like to call it we lovingly call it a Brewtopia.
Brewtopia.
Anything you can find here brewing related, you can find it. I mean, you can even buy your own commercial brewing system from us as well, as we have those manufactured and we act as a wholesaler of those.
That's a good segue for us. We're going to now show you the other side of the operation and move out of the tap room. So we're here on the other side of the Raleigh Brewing operation with Michael McAdoo, who's the manager of the Atlantic Brew Supply store, which is right here on the premises. You come in the front door of Raleigh Brewing and you go one way for the tap room, you go the other way for all your brew supplies. Michael, thanks for having us in.
No, thank you. It's very nice to see you guys.
Great. So tell us, this is pretty unique, having a tap room on one side, the brewery in the back, and then right over on this side, it's all your home brew supplies.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity for us to have a little cross-marketing between the brewery here and the homebrew shop.
Right.
It's a great opportunity for people who enjoy beer to actually see how beer is made, and to hopefully introduce them into the homebrewing lifestyle.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of crossover? Are there people that come over and want to see?
Absolutely, absolutely. And plus, every fourth Saturday of every month, we are doing what's called a big brew. Here in the parking lot, we actually have homebrewers that come out, bring their systems, and do a brewing demonstration. Essentially, brew a batch of beer.
Okay.
A handful of people come out, so everyone who comes in to drink and have a beer at Raleigh Brewing Company can physically see someone brewing out here. You can see from the beginner all the way to the most experienced homebrewers come out here. It's a really neat evening that we have.
And are they working to be the brewer's tap on the other side? Because John was telling us about there's a brewer's tap.
Exactly. We have a homebrewers tap that we actually donate money to their charity of choice. And one of the things that we try to do is kind of interview them almost with these little fourth Saturday events. So,
to find out like what they need and what their desires are, or
see what kind of beers they're making, see if they're making good quality beer. You know, we want to make sure that everyone's making good quality beer.
That's right. Good. So what's the secret to running a successful homebrew supply store? Is it the variety? Is it the customer relations? What do you think?
It is absolutely customer relations.
Okay.
You got it right there. You know, we're here as advisors, as
they mill grain on site, by the way.
Yeah. We have all of our extracts actually in bulk storage in these large drums here on the side. Mill grains on site. We're actually expanding our section to a large 9-door walk-in refrigerator, so we can have every single variety of yeast, hops. We're actually going to expand that section into a couple of new avenues that the store will be covering here. So, it's an exciting outlook for this store here, and it's a lot of fun.
And of course, we're all about the beer, but there are some winemaking supplies too I saw on the shelves.
Absolutely. We have a great selection of winemaking, from the introductory kits all the way to the advanced. Really solid product. Yeah.
Great.
Love it a lot.
Thanks for having us in, Mike.
Oh, thank
we
you
appreciate
very much.
it.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Thanks. Now we'll head back over. So we finally got a chance to sit down with one of the owners and the brains behind the operation here at Raleigh Brewing. This is Christy Neistat.
Christy Neistat, that's correct, yeah.
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having us in today.
Absolutely.
John will tell us a little bit about the mission of the tap room and when you're open and what's going on, and how he came to be here.
Sure.
Tell us how you and Patrick came to be in the beer business.
Sure. Well, we started gaining appreciation for craft beer about 10 years ago. And my husband, I don't know whether it's because he's from Sweden or just very much a craftsman by nature, got into the chemistry and the craft behind the beer.
Right.
And started making beer at home. Developed a rapport with John and just started building a relationship. Started exploring different craft beers and so forth, and just really expanded from there over the course of 10 years is really what it happened. Just kind of got more and more into the business of craft beer, the appreciation of making craft beer, and the opportunities within that. So
Right. And you've been in about 5-6 months.
That's right.
So far, everything you thought it'd be, unanticipated surprises, or what's been the challenge?
The community has absolutely embraced Raleigh Brewing Company and
Great.
what we're doing. We are 100% about making quality craft beer, and really, want to make sure that the experience that they have while they're visiting Raleigh Brewing is one felt with warmth, and also one where they can truly explore of many varieties of craft beer. So
That's great.
yeah,
Good.
and I think
good.
so far that's absolutely been their experience. We get a lot of positive feedback, and it's been, like I said, we're well received within the community. So
Good.
yeah.
Good. And where do we think we're going from here? What's the next step for the Raleigh Brewing?
You know, right now we are just in kegs, so we're in 6 stills, half barrels, and then also growlers. We are going to expand into bombers.
Okay.
We have 6 lineup beers, and we are expanding our top sellers, our Hell Yes Ma'am, which is our Belgian Golden, and our House of Clay Rye IPA, is going to go into bombers.
Okay. And available locally or how?
Locally.
Okay.
We are. I got to tell you, I mean, our business model is one of which we plan on really focusing on our core market, which is Raleigh. And rather than having a push market philosophy, we absolutely are going more for a pull.
Okay.
So whereas our beer is being pulled outside of Raleigh versus pushing it out. So we don't want to expand too far. Really, I mean, from my perspective, the characteristic and the thing that people really like about craft breweries is the fact that they're local and that they really stay. I think as long as you stay committed to that local environment
And
that you're
tied to your
embracing.
Community.
Absolutely,
Right.
tied to your community.
That's great.
Yeah.
So bombers when? Soon?
Yeah, yep, that's happening in the fall.
Great.
Yeah.
That's good. That's going to be a whole other elevation. That's going to be good.
Absolutely.
We
Yeah.
appreciate you guys having us in today.
Well,
Thanks so
thank
much.
you. Yeah,
And we will be back many times.
that sounds good.
For the NC Beer guys, this is Glenn, Dave's behind the camera. This has been another episode of NC Buzz. And until next time, we'll catch you later. Remember, drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.
That's right. Cheers.